Welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. Bildad, one of Job's miserable comforters, told him, "The hypocrite's hope shall perish, whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be a spider's web." His meaning was that since Job was so grievously afflicted, he must surely have merited God's displeasure with suffering for his sins. By continuing to assert that he was in fact living for the Lord, is a hypocrite. Broadly speaking, his assertion is true, and his imagery is compelling. The spider's web stretches glittering in the dewy morning, sparkling with the droplets as they sway with the wind. But it is as gossamer as thistledown. Nothing can be built on it. Anything can wreck it. The man's description did not fit Job, for he truly was a righteous man. But sadly it does fit all too well so many of the hopes people cherish in this life. Alexander Pope wrote it. Hope springs eternal in every human breast. And it is very true that hope of things being better, of things longed for coming to pass, is a very common experience and in many ways a necessary one for any of us to have the optimism and courage to survive in this mysterious adventure we call life. Yet at the same time, hope is so essential, it also has a capability to be our worst enemy, and often is. In fact, earthly hope is so uncertain, its larger part is often fear. Moreover, earthly hope realized is so often disappointingly less than we imagined it would be, presenting new difficulties with every one of the old ones that we expected would drop away with its fulfillment. Earthly hopes of any sort are necessarily short hopes. At their best, they are settled one way or the other and then are lost beyond the horizons of the events that replace them. More than that, all the encouragements placed around us to continue to hope, unless they are based on more than wishful thinking, can pave the way to the very opposite of their design, which is hopelessness. Whole nations have been shattered by their leaders trying to promote hope in hopeless wars. Many a person has become disillusioned and bitter because things hoped for have turned to the dark ashes of disappointment. Love's lost, dreams unfulfilled, opportunities gone forever. How then are we humans to find courage to face an uncertain future and continue to build something useful with our lives? The Apostle Paul found the answer, which soars far above Bildad's earthbound vision. He wrote it to the Romans, "Hope maketh not ashamed." While earthly hope does indeed often harbor a large component of fear, the heavenly hope through Christ Jesus is as certain as history. It is the one hope in which we can safely dare to invest the secret of our hearts, the core of our existence, our very souls. While earthly hopes, even fulfilled, can disappoint, the promise of a heavenly hope is that it always surpasses our highest expectations, for the half has never yet been told. Heavenly hope sets its objective far off, and thus it blesses a lifetime of expectation and achievement and outlasts it. Our final hour ends for us all alike our earthly joys and relations. The slow years slip away, and each bears with it hopes that have been outlived, whether fulfilled or disappointed. One by one, the lights that we kindle in our hall flicker out, and death quenches the last of them. But there is one light that burns on clear through the article of death. The righteous have hope in his death. We can each settle for ourselves whether we shall carry that radiant angel with her white wings into the great darkness, or shall sadly part with her before we part with life. To the earthly soul, that last earthly hour is a black wall beyond which we cannot look. To the God-trusting soul, the darkness is peopled with bright-faced hopes. So if we can think of days in that calm state where time will be no more, tomorrow shall be as this day and much more abundant, and the angel Hope, who kept us company through all the weary marches of earth, will attend on us still, only having laid aside the uncertainty that sometimes veiled her smiles, but retaining all that buoyant eagerness for the ever-unfolding wonders which give us courage and cheer in the days of our flesh. Have you talked to God today?
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.
Never miss your favorite show again. For more than 30 years, KNEO has been bringing you great Bible teachers on a local and national level. And now, we've made it easier than ever to hear from these great men and women of God. KNEO's entire lineup is now available to listen anytime, anywhere through our website. Go to kneo.org/podcast to see all the options. You can search for programs alphabetically, or you can select individual categories like culture, kids, leadership, or music. We even have a category just for locally produced programs, so you can hear from pastors and spiritual leaders located right here in the 4-state area. And all these resources are absolutely free. KNEO's mission is to get God's Word in front of you, and this is one of the ways we do it. Give it a try today. Go to kneo.org and click on the podcast tab to get started.